you were going to sit at a lunch table with unfamiliar people, how do you know if you are welcome to sit there before asking? What body language, sitting positions, facial expressions, or tone of voice might tell you if you are or not? Our task in this lesson is to use context to our advantage when reading. Do you recall those conversations in which words are being used and you are clueless as to the meaning? How about when you are reading and you are faced with those words you do not fully understand? Or you are in a test, face to face with an unknown word with no Google or dictionary. How do you deal with this? Do you ignore the word and risk failing the test? I hope not. In this lesson, we are going to learn what to do. Don't worry, we are not going to go through all the challenging words in the dictionary today. That is for another day. But we will figure out how to use context clues to help us find the meaning of difficult words. A word's context is the words, phrases, and sentences that surround it. If you look closely at the context of an unknown word, you often get clues about the meaning of that word. What exactly are you looking for? Look for synonyms or examples, antonyms or contrasts, definitions. Read surrounding sentences or make an inference. Look for cause and effect, or look for word etymology or the meaning of prefix or suffix. And if all fails, use a dictionary. Synonyms or examples. Look for words with familiar meanings used within the same sentence or around the unfamiliar word. For example, Santa Claus was so portly that his doctor declared him overweight. Do you see the meaning of the word portly? I'm sure you do. Portly means overweight. An author might give examples of a word to provide the reader with the idea of what the word means. Another example. The river was full of noxious materials such as cleaning agents from factories and pesticides from nearby farms. The words such as let us know an example is coming. Even though we may not know what noxious means, the examples of cleaning agents and pesticides let us know that things that are noxious are dangerous and poisonous. Examples are often introduced with signal words and phrases like, for example, for instance, including, and such as. Look for them. Antonyms or contrasts. Watch out for when the unfamiliar word is defined by using the words opposite or contrasting meaning. The unfamiliar word is shown to be different from or unlike another word and is often an opposite. But, however, although, otherwise, unless, instead, on the contrary, on the other hand, while, never, no, or not may be used to signal contrast. For example, when the light brightens, the pupils of the eyes contract. However, when it grows darker, they dilate. The word however in this sentence introduces a statement that contrasts contract. Even though you may not know the meaning of contract, you know its opposite is dilates. Unlike Jamal's room, which was immaculate, Jeffrey's room was very messy. The word unlike lets you know an antonym is coming. Even though you may not know what immaculate means, you know it's the opposite of very messy. Therefore, it means something very clean. Definitions. The unfamiliar word is directly defined in the sentence in which it appears. Definitions are usually set off by commas or dashes and may include the use of the words as, or, that is, and in other words. Example: apples, red fruits that grow on trees, are my teacher's favorite food. In this case, a word is defined for you in the sentence. This usually happens right after the unfamiliar word appears, and it is set off with commas. Example: the arbitrator, the neutral person chosen to settle the dispute, arrived at her decision. We don't know what arbitrator means, but luckily, the definition is given to us in the sentence. Read surrounding sentences or make an inference. Word meanings are not directly stated in the text, but definitions of unfamiliar words can be assumed by both prior knowledge and the context in which the word sits. The meaning of an unfamiliar word can be inferred from the description of a situation or experience. Example: she was so famished that people felt sorry for her and gave her food to eat. Famished means extremely hungry. This is probably the most difficult kind of context clue. You need to use the ideas in the sentence to figure it out. Example: Walt's pugnacious behavior in the boxing ring made his opponent back down. The whole sentence gives us clues to the meaning of the unfamiliar word. We know Walt is boxing, and something about his behavior has made his opponent back down. What kind of behavior might a boxer exhibit that would make the person he's fighting back off? Aggressive, strong, scary behavior might make an opponent back off. In fact, pugnacious means aggressive or ready to fight. Cause and effect. With this, the meaning of an unfamiliar word is signaled by a cause and effect relationship between ideas in the text. Example: she wanted to impress her dinner guests with the food she served, so she carefully studied the necessary culinary arts. We understood what she wanted, and we saw what she did to achieve this, which is applying the art of preparing, cooking, presenting, and serving food to her guests. Culinary arts. Word etymology or prefix or suffix. Sometimes it is important to look at the word itself to find the meaning. Many words are made up of common parts. If you know the meaning of part of a word, you might be able to guess the meaning. Words are often made up of prefixes, suffixes, and root or base words. By studying prefixes, suffixes, and root and base words, we can build our vocabulary. The history of a word tells us a lot about what it might mean. Many words have Greek, Latin, or French origins. Example: the story is incredible. The root cred means to believe, and the prefix in means not. Therefore, if the story is incredible, it is unbelievable. The somnambulist had to be locked in his room at nights for his own safety. If a reader knows the meaning of ambular, walk, and somn, sleep, and sees the sentence, the reader may realize that a somnambulist is a sleepwalker. Let's practice. What is the meaning of the highlighted words and the types of context clues used to arrive at your answer? If the means allow, type your answers in the comments section or write them in your book. Until we meet again. And if the means allow, rewatch, like, and comment on the video.